Hey guys, Mr. Broud coming to you here from Panther Automotive at Heritage High School, and we're talking about Lesson 29 in our Goodhart Wilcox hands-on maintenance and light repair. And today we're going to talk about shock absorbers and strut removal. I'm going to do some demonstrations here. Remember in Lesson 29 that that's also going to coincide with the other lessons of 25 and 30 and 27. Those lessons all have to be done together in a couple of different series, and we want to make sure that we focus on our objectives for Lesson 29. So we're going to inspect, remove, and replace the cartridge or assembly of our front shocks, or struts, if you will. Inspect the front strut bearing and mount if it does have one. Remember, that is the upper portion of our steering knuckle assembly, if you will. Using the strut service machine to disassemble and reassemble struts, as well as inspect and remove and or replace shock absorbers, the mounts, bushings, and bolts. Obviously, the last thing is going to be that we want to be able to describe what the functions of those steering and suspension control systems are and the components that are hooked up to those. So what we've done today on this Toyota Pre-Runner, it is a two-wheel drive, and it has a short long arm suspension and a strut and coil assembly together. And we want to remember to replace those in pairs, always replace those in pairs, and best to replace the strut, spring, and upper mount assembly all as one piece. Remember, those have all gone the same distance, so very, very critical that you have the original ride height and original shock absorber dampener, always going with the OEM equipment, unless you're upgrading to a higher standard or a little bit better shock absorber. You can go to a little bit higher quality or strengthy one. Remember, that could improve the ride quality over the bumps, but that does make on the other side a little bit of decline in ride quality going down the road. It stiffens it up, so if you get a stiffer shock, you're going to have a poorer ride quality on smooth roads, but it's going to be improved over the bumpy stuff. So you got to consider what your customer requires. We've gone ahead and removed the wheel and tire assembly. We've taken, in this case, the tie rod off of the steering knuckle, as well as the stabilizer bar and a bracket for our ABS. And we're ready to remove the top three mounts and the bottom mount. We want to make sure that we remember that in most cases, you have to remember where this is actually located in orientation, or that clocking, if you will. All right.